Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, the #1 Viscons fan extraordinaire, Adam Boy. We're back in the makeshift studio today, the basement studio. I'm in front of the brick hearth. As you can tell, we got our old 70s typewriters back behind us. And today we're going to be doing a quick preview of the Washington Commanders versus Indianapolis Colts. I haven't posted any regular video this regular season. It's hard to believe. I've done a lot of shorts, so I figured I'd finally sit down, do a preview of today's game at 4:25 and get it out this afternoon. So I hope you enjoy. We're going to look at some stats to start off. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Thanks very much. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start off looking at the Commanders stats, starting with Taylor Heinicke. Last week, he was 20 of 33 for 201 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception for a quarterback rating of 85.5. It was a pretty solid week for him. Started off pretty rocky overall, but beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers at home. That's always a plus, or at FedEx Field, I should say, in front of all 6 fans, 3 of which were probably Packers fans. And, yeah, so Heinicke, so glad he's back. Carson Wentz was not the answer. I think it's safe to say if he gets the start again at any point this season, I'm not going to be happy. If Heinicke struggles, put in Howell. That's what I say. Comment if you agree with me, because I think certainly it should be Howell or Heinicke at this point. But anyway, yeah, so Heinicke played a pretty solid game, 85.5 quarterback rating. Yeah, I think he was pretty solid. I don't think we're going to need a replacement for him this year, but, you know, this game, too, he should have a decent game. The Colts defense, especially passing defense, has been a bit stingier this year, but I think he and Scary Terry, Curtis Samuel will find a way to hook up. I don't think Jahan Dotson is playing, which is unfortunate, but I think we'll be okay in the passing game. And that moves us on to the running game. Brian Robinson, 20 carries for 73 yards, a career-high 20 carries for him last week. And then Antonio Gibson also contributed on the ground, 10 carries for 59 yards. Heinicke got a couple carries. Curtis Samuel, I think, got a carry. Their running attack was very, very good against the Packers, and that's what propelled our way to the 23-21 victory. Hopefully they can build off that. I don't think the Colts' run defense has been great this year. I want to see them pound the rock over and over, make the Colts show that the Colts have to make Heinicke throw, or you know, I say we just pound the rock, run the ball. I think they need to get Antonio Gibson involved a little bit more, get J.D. McKissick involved more on some screen plays and stuff like that, some short passes. But I do think our running game is headed in a good direction with these 2 halfbacks. Moving on, we have the receiving game. Our top 3 receivers, Terry McLaurin, finally back. He looks just as scary as ever. Scary Terry McLaurin beating Jair Alexander on that big touchdown. 5 receptions, 73 yards, and a touchdown. Those are the numbers for him last week. He had a bigger impact than the stats reflect on that game. Very glad to have him back. Curtis Samuel, 5 receptions, 53 yards. So glad he's kind of returned relevant. He has he's resurging this year, staying healthy, and Ron Rivera is showing what he can do. Ron Rivera and Scott Turner are showing what they can do with a healthy Curtis Samuel. And then Antonio Gibson contributed, the former receiver at Memphis, with 3 receptions for 18 yards and a touchdown. Offense looked pretty good last week, hoping they don't get off to a sluggish start this week, and instead, go right at it and have a successful, complete game. Moving on to the Colts. Now, passing game is a little bit irrelevant in terms of quarterback throwing because it was Matt Ryan throwing it, but we're going to go over the stats anyway. The offensive line's was offering Ryan finally some sort of better protection, but not good. It was just not atrocious, but it definitely was earlier in the year. But Ellinger has something Ryan did not, and that's the ability to scramble. Ryan last week was 27 of 37 for 356 yards, 2 touchdowns, an interception, and 109.8 quarterback rating. Only took 1 sack. Now you might ask, Adam, I just forgot my own name. That's a problem. Oh well. Adam, why are the Colts benching Matt Ryan and putting in Sam Ellinger with that sort of quarterback rating? Well, he did throw the interception, probably at a bad time. I don't remember exactly when it was. And he also fumbled 2 times, and that's something Ryan has struggled with. He has, I think, double-digit fumbles now this year. He's turned the ball over way too many times. I think 11 times he's turned the ball over this year, and that's why they're rolling with Ellinger. We'll have to see what we get from him. He's never played in the NFL other than preseason. 6th-round draft pick, of course, back in 2021 for the Colts. We'll see what we get from him. On the ground, Jonathan Taylor had 20 carries for 42 yards. Titans bottled him up as he's returning from injury. He also fumbled. I don't remember if the Colts or if the Titans recovered that one or not. But he also fumbled, and that's a problem. Colts have got to get these turnover issues figured out. Hopefully the Commanders' defense can jump on that today and get at least 1 or 2 turnovers to set up the offense with some good field position. Now, the passing game was effective for the Colts last week for sure. Mo Alley-Cox, who might be the Commanders' biggest concern this week, the big tight end, led them with 6 receptions for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns. He carved up that Titans defense. Alec Pierce was behind him, 4 receptions for 80 yards. I think he's kind of an underrated weapon the Colts have. Kyle Granson, I knew I could read that name, struggling to read my own writing. Kyle Granson had 4 receptions for 62 yards. Paris Campbell had 4 receptions for 43 yards. Ryan was spreading the ball around really well. And Michael Pittman, the last really relevant receiver, actually only had 3 receptions for 31 yards in that game. So yeah, Ellinger, I don't expect him to come and put up 356 yards like Ryan did. I can see a 200-yard and a 50-yard performance on the ground for Ellinger this game, but I'm really hoping the Commanders' defense can be opportunistic, get at least 1 pick off Ellinger, force a fumble or 2 from him or Taylor, get 3 or 4 sacks at least, and force some mistakes from these Colts. But anyway, that is about it for now. Let me know your thoughts, your predictions down in the comments while we still have time before the game starts at 4:25, I think, on Fox. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Comment below your predictions for this game, scores, bold predictions, whatever you want, and be sure that I will see them. I always do. Thanks for watching so much, folks. As always, I am the Vikings fan. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, donate on Patreon if you can, and I'm going to try to get back to producing more videos soon. I'll still be rolling out the YouTube shorts as well. As always, thanks for watching. I'm going to go watch the Vikings game. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching.